And back here in Washington, President Donald Trump says he's the only person in the world who can end the war in Ukraine. In a recent interview, President Trump said there's nobody who can stop Russian President Vladimir Putin except him. The commander-in-chief added he's had some very rational discussions with Putin to halt the bloodshed. Now, these comments come just hours after his special envoy Steve Witkoff described Putin as a great leader and not, quote-unquote, a bad guy. Witkoff separately said the Russian invasion would not go beyond Ukraine, as Putin only wants lasting peace.
I just don't see that he wants to take all of Europe. This is a much different situation than it was in World War II. In World War II, there was no NATO. So you have countries that are armed there. To me, it just does. I take him at his word in this sense. I feel that he wants peace. The president had 2 very productive calls this week, or last week, I should say. One with President Zelensky, one with President Putin. I sat and listened to both of them. In both conversations, it was all about a lasting peace.
Last week, President Trump held talks with the Russian leader and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky separately. During their conversation, Putin rejected a complete ceasefire but agreed to halt attacks on Ukraine's energy infrastructure for 30 days. However, soon after, Russian drones attacked Ukrainian power facilities, and the assault has been ongoing for the past few days. Now, over the weekend, Russian strikes killed at least 3 people in Kyiv after hitting residential buildings and causing a huge blaze. Meanwhile, on Sunday, officials from the United States and Ukraine held a second round of ceasefire talks in Riyadh, which the Ukrainian leader described as productive.
Today marks the second meeting between the Ukrainian and U.S. teams in Saudi Arabia. This time, at a more technical level, our military, our diplomats, and our representatives from the Ministry of Energy. I just spoke with Rustem Umerov. He briefed me on the meeting and the course of the negotiations. Our team is working in a completely constructive manner. The conversation is quite useful. The work of the delegations is continuing.
President Zelensky has also urged his Russian counterpart to halt the 3-year invasion.
But no matter what we discuss with our partners now, we need to get Putin to give a real order to stop the strikes. Whoever brought this war must take it back.
Now, amid President Trump's push for a rapid ceasefire, American officials also held separate talks with Russian delegation in Riyadh on Monday. Now, as the United States goes back and forth between the delegations, one can only hope talks in Saudi Arabia will pave the way for a breakthrough.
Greeting you with aloha and namaste.
I love India.
Presence, occupation of a territory by another country pertains to India, what we saw in Kashmir.
The Prime Minister Modi.
How do you see Trump's America?
Yes, the current administration behaves differently from the previous administration.
Are you saying that there are foreign powers who are trying to bring down the current government in Syria?
Exactly.
Bluntly, Iran, maybe Russia too.
Prime Minister Modi committed to South-South, cooperation.
Not over 50%.
Is Ukraine prepared to pay the price for that peace?
No compromises at the cost of territorial integrity and sovereignty.